So what we've seen in the NFL over the last few weeks is a little bit of quarterback roulette. The Jets couldn't decide who they wanted at quarterback. They tried three different quarterbacks, and we saw the Commanders go through. They did went through three quarterbacks over the last few weeks. And I know it's at the end of the season, and maybe you're trying to evaluate. The Commanders were still playing for something. The Jets were still playing for something. How do you all feel about what you saw with some of these teams that seemed like they were just yanking quarterbacks, not just because someone was injured, but just because maybe they had a bad game and they're going to throw this guy in and pull this guy. We saw it with Indianapolis. They pulled Matt Ryan. They put in Sam Ellinger. They pulled Sam Ellinger. They put in Matt Ryan. What do y'all think about all that?
Well, you really don't have a choice. When the guys are playing like that, what choice do you have? You gonna put Carson Wentz back in and he playing like that? You gonna put Matty Ice in and he playing like that? You gonna put who's the other one that
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Wilson in? He playing like that?
But should
I
you, if
mean,
you bench him, should you leave him bench? I mean, should you bring him back?
no, I think a lot of times they brought guys back out of desperation. The other guy got hurt or something like of that nature. I know Mike White's case, he got hurt. So then they had to bring Zach Wilson in. But other
I
than
mean,
that, I mean,
like with Taylor Heineke, now the Commanders were on a losing streak. I give you that. But Taylor Heineke had won 5 out of the 7 games that they had won, and yet they pulled him and put in Carson Wentz. And I was
I
like,
think
"What? Go ahead."
you gotta get out of pass though, because that's Riverboat Ron. That's what he's known for, gambling. So I think you got to leave that one out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because when they told him he couldn't make the playoffs, he was unaware of the situation. Did y'all see the video on that?
Yeah, yeah, that looked pretty bad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, and he's known for gambling. Anybody knows at this stage right now, Taylor Heineke is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. I know
Yeah, I would think
Carson
so.
Wentz getting $30-something million a year, but Carson Wentz is not the player he used to be. He ain't even close. I mean, I didn't think he had a bad year in Indianapolis. I thought they should have stuck with him, but the owner, what he like to do, so he ain't thinking clear. So he got rid of him. And he brought in Matty Ice, which didn't seem like a terrible idea, but at some point, if you're a quarterback, you got to hit the wall. And he was banging into the wall down in Atlanta. So once he got to Indianapolis, he hit it head on. And I don't know what he got left from that, because he's the kind of guy that's going to be a backup quarterback. So I think you got to retire if you can't get a starting spot.
All
I
right.
mean,
Go ahead, Eminem.
yeah, man. I mean, I really didn't understand the one with Washington and Heineke because it's like even when they got Wentz, I didn't really know what they saw to just automatically just be like, now I wasn't gonna say that, maybe they was gonna pretty much franchise Heineke, but he did, the team seemed to rally around the way he played. You know what I'm saying? It seemed to be like that anyway. And I thought Heineke was vulnerable enough for them not to, just be impatient. I thought that what they probably would do is get somebody young and just kind of let them get ready to take Heineke's place whenever they was, ready. But when they went and got Wentz, but when they got him, it's like, okay, maybe they saw something, kind of had faith in, you know, like his first couple of years with us or whatever. But, that didn't happen. And then when he was, you know, winning, it's just like, yeah, man, like you can't go away from him. I think it was just strictly money, like salary wise, it's almost like, well, we paying this guy this, he got to play. So I'm thinking that, some people just kind of stuck their foot in it. Now the Jet situation was a little different because based on where Zach Wilson was drafted, based on his youth at the time, and you figure he had an upside, and I don't know what happened because the Jets, they really got their run game together when that dude was healthy. I can't think of his name. So it was just like everything was kind of going in the favor of what it would take to build up a young quarterback. And Zach Wilson just, he just went ass backwards with progress, and that would kind of, and that would that would kind of blow everybody's mind. I mean, it was just like, damn, what happened to this dude? We got the defense right. I mean, one of the best defenses in the league, but so his situation was a little different. But as far as the carousel with some of these other teams, man, some of his injuries, some of his impatience, and some of it they just don't want to tell the truth. You got a guy or you got a team. See, back when we were all, kids and teens, pretty much when Gary Kubiak, the few times he had to come in for John Elway, he wasn't John Elway. But what I'm saying, it was just like he could run the offense. He wasn't strong as Elway, definitely couldn't run like Elway, but I'm saying he could keep it float. We seen what Frank Wright did coming in for Jim Kelly. I'm just saying, like, now they don't build the backups as if, it's like you almost got to come up with a whole nother offense, like with us, like Minshew, he can be up and down, he can be real streaky. However, as a pure backup, somebody that's, that's set up to run RPOs more like Jalen, see, it wouldn't really be a big change to the whole offense. You're not gonna be that guy. Now Mahomes in his own category. It'd be kind of hard to back him up. He kind of in his own category. But but I think that's what we starting to see too. Like with the up and downs, I think that a lot of the backups are so different from the starters that it looked like two different teams in one season, and then it'll work, it'll not work. Somebody get hot, and it just kind of, you don't know which way to go with it.
That's a good point. Really good point.
Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.